I don't know if they want to. What's going on here? Okay. They're giving the ball back and forth. It was a scuffed test. It was a scuffed test. We have Firstkiller versus Beast Mode. Firstkiller said it's good. He's ready. I tried to say during the kickoff, you could go. They kind of traded the kickoff back and forth. It is a bit of a weird start, but we got Firstkiller versus Beast Mode. Does anybody know if Firstkiller and Beast Mode have played each other yet? It is quite the matchup here in Arm the Rebels, a quarterfinal between two of the best players in North America, especially when it comes to 3v3. I think many people would have these as the two best players in North America when it comes to 3v3. And Firstkiller may just be that best North American when it comes to 1v1s as well. It's kind of hard to say. Probably Chronic. Firstkiller is qualified to the Salt Mine. Is that true? I'm trying to think. He did, right? But so is Chronic, so is Daniel. Those are the people who are probably in the conversation for best in North America. Obviously, we're not counting Diaz, who is South American, who is above all of them. And we're not really sure where Daniel's level is currently at. But it'll be interesting to see Beast Mode, who has been uploading his 1v1 games that he's been playing fairly frequently to his YouTube, if you guys want to check him out. I don't think Firstkiller is doing any streaming or uploading. Beast Mode, I think, is doing both. I don't know if he's live right now, but definitely worth checking out. You might see these games up on his YouTube later as well. But right now, he is down 3-1 against Firstkiller. Firstkiller has made the grand finals of these Arm the Rebels a couple times now. Both times met by Diaz, and Diaz has been able to deny him his chance at victory. Will this week be different is the question. Nice fake from Firstkiller as he uses a well-executed air dribble to pull Beast Mode into the air. We have seen Firstkiller play a little bit differently in 1v1 than a lot of the other top players. He seems to prioritize speed and power above all else. He's going to win a kickoff goal here and undercut Beast Mode to make it 5-1. But he will just rip the ball around the map and rely on the fact that his improvisation is better at high speeds than it seems like anybody else. Not to mention, he just seems to have boomer ball whenever he is able to get a touch. And he's off to an early hot start against Beast Mode, who has been, I assume, gaining traction more and more in the 1v1 game. He made, kind of a coming out party in 1v1 at Gamers 8 when he had to sub in for Daniel for version 1 and was able to get a couple key wins. I mentioned it if you never heard me talk about it in the past, but Beast Mode played those LAN 1v1s as if they were online 1v1s. He was the only one who seemed to be playing it like it was online and kind of a little bit more risky and willing to play in the air like every single goal isn't the end of the world. And I think that resulted in him having a lot more success, whereas a lot of other people on LAN were kind of panicking and were thinking, I can never get scored on, and keeping a mentality that was not as effective as the one Beast Mode used. That being said, now that Beast Mode is back online with the rest of his fellow online 1v1ers, I think it's a little bit tougher to get wins against these relaxed top players. And Firstkiller maybe showing that a bit now as he's up 6-2 with only 2 minutes off the clock. Everybody loves to predict in chat, and our resident top predictor Casual seems to think he's going to get a big payout. He has put his money on Firstkiller. It's a 80% to 20% essentially prediction in favor of Firstkiller. I do think Firstkiller probably has about that likelihood in terms of, his chances to win. I think right now, while people are excited about Beast Mode getting involved in ones, I think he comes in with just a healthy amount of inexperience compared to these other top guys who have been playing a bunch of ones. Beast Mode is rightfully so considered the best. Maybe people have Daniel or Atomic, one of his G2 teammates, as maybe the best 3v3 player, but much less experience in ones. compared to the Firstkillers and the Daniels of the world. Maybe that just means it's a matter of time if he keeps sticking with it, that he may take over this game mode as well. But for now, he's down 4 with 1:30 left to go against the guy who we do not know. Actually, neither one of these guys have confirmed orgs. It's speculated that BeastMode will be playing under NRG in the following season. Firstkiller, LJ, and Chronic are not speculated to play under anybody necessarily. Is it crazy to say that we've been teased 100 Thieves? I think we were teased T1 at one point. We have maybe been teased a few teams, but we'll have to wait and see. BeastMode does eventually get his goal. You thought NRG was confirmed? Did NRG announce it? Did NRG say, we did it? We have signed G2. As far as I'm aware, that's only been rumored many times and rumored to be locked. But NRG hasn't admitted it yet. .42 seconds on the clock. BeastMode needs this possession probably, because he needs this one to go in and a couple kickoff goals. And because he doesn't get it now, he's just playing for the sake of momentum. Air dribble from the midfield. Cannot get the mental edge. It's almost working against him. Taking more shot attempts and watching Firstkiller continue to read them and save them with ease. Might do the opposite of build confidence. Game number 1. Gonna go to Firstkiller. The scoreline will finish 6-3. Do pro Rocket League players make good money? These guys probably do. These top dogs in NA, I mean, would it be crazy to say, as far as salary, they might be the most highest paid. People say that North American salaries are better. And if I'm an org, I'm looking at 2 guys who are worth the biggest salary. So, I mean, I don't know anything about what they're actually paid. But just going from context, that apparently North American, orgs and North American region players get more. And something's wrong if these 2 guys are not the ones getting, some of the biggest payments. Firstkiller going to make it quickly 2-0. Put himself right back on top in game number 2. Yeah, prize money is also public, and winning as much as they do is good. I've heard big ranges of potential salaries, so I have no idea what to believe. What's interesting is in other sports with like collective bargaining agreements and stuff, all that stuff is very public. But in the esports world, it is not public. Let's say League of Legends. I think League of Legends is like one of the biggest esports. Maybe not the biggest, but are League of Legends contracts public? Does anybody know, chat? Any League of Legends fans? That was kind of a whiff from BeastMode. Definitely worthy of a whoops. Like, do you know how many years people got signed to? Because right now, we kind of know when someone gets signed for X amount of years, they'll say, we signed Zen for 3 years or whatever. Okay, that's cool. But they don't say, we signed Zen for 3 years, 3 million, or something like that. A CS2 Pro made a really good open video about salaries in esports. It gets leaked a lot. Zeus was traded for 3 million. Yeah, he was part of the championship team, right? I think I saw something like that. Zen got 2 billion. Wow. Yeah, see, you hear a lot of numbers thrown around. It's unclear who exactly to believe. Firstkiller undercutting BeastMode as he runs away with a 4-1. 3 years, 2 billion French dollars. Not bad. Can anyone explain why Team USA has chosen the weakest team possible for FIFA E World Cup? Especially when money is on the line. Ooh, BeastMode just got Firstkiller to own goal. I think that you're doing RMC a little bit of a disrespect by saying the weakest team possible. Listen, I'm an American. I could maybe play for Team USA. I'm sure at least a couple other people in chat are American. Something tells me we would lose to RMC. But the reality is, RMC, you know, if these top G2 guys don't want to play for whatever reason, I mean, ooh, wow. What a beast mode redirect. Is it going in? Oh, Firstkiller is going to deny it. Drops the close one on the Psycho. Beast mode just dropping the full field Psycho. And Firstkiller just says, nope. Pinched it away off the crossbar and drops a close one. I mean, that was criminal. Absolutely criminal. But Firstkiller doesn't want to give it up. Beast mode will reset top rights to get his goal eventually. That was an insane shot from Beast Mode. I've seen a lot of people try and set those up. None of them look as nice as that. We can look at it after for sure. Try and mark it to make sure I remember. Yeah, RMC was also tied with G2 in the Shift Summer League. Leaves Twitch. Thank you for the brand new Prime. So like SSG finished with higher points, but they're not a team anymore. OG is a bunch of non-Americans. So, I mean, I think it basically goes down to RMC. And they've been playing well in the offseason. Firstkiller's hook shot saved by Beast Mode. Interesting power behind that ball. Firstkiller just seemed to be booming it to the top shelf. He needs to go a lot higher if he wants Beast Mode to miss, or a little bit lower if he wants to actually stand a chance of scoring. Firstkiller on the full air dribble. Not quite full, but from the backside wall. And he is going to be able to slow this ball down, dribbling all the way to that right side of the net, and then kills that momentum. So naturally, Beast Mode goes soaring past the play. And Firstkiller going to take a 2-goal lead. Fake kickoff from Beast Mode. Works to perfection. And I'm not sure he can ask for much more, but still it's not looking like the cleanest of possessions for him as Firstkiller quickly covers the ground and is now fighting Beast Mode in the back corner. Now Beast Mode's finally going to get his opportunity. Pass to himself off the ceiling. Goes for the double, and Firstkiller is there. He had it read. He's living in the future. And he's intercepted the ball and taking control. A minute left to go, 2-goal lead. We're going to see Firstkiller start to be a lot more patient. Beast Mode went for it again. This time it's a whoops. In Beast Mode's defense, he hit it last time. He goes for another Psycho. This one he sends into the ceiling. And he drops the whoops because he knows he's offered a free goal. But he kind of needed something like the full field Psycho in order to bring him back. So I don't hate the risk. Firstkiller, low 50. Now, oh my goodness. Look at the slow control. Beast Mode dropping the nice one. No need to rush. Just power slide into the carry. Keep the ball perfectly on a platter before the diagonal flip to finish. Firstkiller, back wall, double no look! He did it no look as well. He could have held it longer. He flipped it back. Beast Mode says you could go next, and he doesn't even know that Firstkiller went no look, but we got to show it again because he no looks the finish. And Beast Mode says, get me out of here. I want to go to game 3. Firstkiller going to start up 2-0. Game 3. Firstkiller and Beast Mode. Beast Mode Oh my goodness. He needed a start to the series kind of like this one to get himself going. A big kickoff win, and he just rips the ball to the back wall and is able to double it in before Firstkiller can even get back. That is one way to convert on a kickoff win. Firstkiller already has 92 boost to work with. He's been passing to himself off the ceiling a ton. And I have said it in the past, I have not seen him really score enough with it to justify how often he's trying to go for it, considering he has on occasion, you know, given the ball away. But I'll tell you what, it's fun to watch from an audience perspective. I'm down to watch him pass the ball into the ceiling, into his car, as many times as he would like. But as fancy as the setup looks, I guess something about the air dribble just ends up back in the same spot that, you know, the defender is predicting. They're kind of maybe predicting the arc. Oh, that's a bit of a miss from Firstkiller. He's going to drop a whoops as well. He knows he should have had that. But I guess the arc is just something the defender was already prepared for. So even though the ball does something more exciting, slams into the ceiling, comes back down to the car, the arc of the car maybe something the defender was already predicting in the first place. I don't know. We just haven't seen a ton of misses from defenders on those. Firstkiller played from behind for the first time in the series for a bit. The low pogo. Oh, what a pinch setup from BeastMode. Just casually able to control the pinch to keep it in the absolute perfect spot. Not to mention he's air rolling, or he's flipping through and landing perfectly onto the wall, basically dashing onto the wall in the process of setting up the pinch, only for it to float on a tee for the follow-up shot. And this is the level of performance that Firstkiller has demanded in order to get a win against him in this series so far. And as BeastMode looks to try and make more out of that possession than he could have. Firstkiller almost able to get a counterattack. Wow, he's going to send it right back. These two trading counterattack blows. Now imagine the Psycho. Oh, it could have been a great way to finish a few back and forth punches on counterattacks. Will BeastMode go for it again? It really seems ill-advised, but if he feels that consistent with it, maybe he will. This time, he at least doesn't double it directly into the ceiling and in front of his net. He does push it out a little bit to give himself a chance to defend. Firstkiller should now be able to tie it up. And limit the time that BeastMode is going to spend in the lead. BeastMode bringing the ball back to his half. Recognizing that letting the ball land near the goal line so he can collect it into the corner is much better for him, but too fast of a dribble. Lost the ability to really accelerate it much with a flick, and then Firstkiller approaches over here on the side wall and just misses a 50. You want to watch it from his perspective. He thought he was going to be able to win the 50 and probably land on the wall and force it through, but BeastMode is an effective brick wall, and it results in Firstkiller not landing as clean as well, which is very important. Not only does the 50 not go well, but he then flops around like a fish instead of getting his wheels onto the ground quickly. Half flip from Firstkiller, top right, it's in. Firstkiller slightly bumping BeastMode. He wanted boost. He does it with zero. He does it with zero, and he even gets sent into Supersonic by BeastMode. No other way to get going fast. BeastMode helps him out. 3-3 with a minute 45. Firstkiller. Interesting low setup. Trying to lean back for the reset. Not likely to be able to do something with that. And now we'll run out ahead for the fourth goal. Firstkiller sending this into the ceiling. He's going to try and pick up boost. You see a couple camera checks. He has recognized that beast mode is around, so he doesn't have time to pick up another boost. He does have to protect the ball from a potential chase down on 0 from beast mode, who has now found a way to flip underneath this ball to get a carry going. Pretty impressive setup considering where he was at relative to the ball when he jumped off the wall, but despite the hard work to even get a dribble going, the finish is still a bit lackluster. With 50 seconds left to go, beast mode needs a bucket. Low 50 into the attacking corner. Not a lot of angles to work with here. Firstkiller trying to slow down the play. He didn't want to send it quickly into beast mode, but slowing down. Oh no! Beast mode! He couldn't chase down the ball. Bit of an open net miss, but I'm sure he just felt like he couldn't get there in time. And then even worse, he just 360s in the air the rest of the way because he knows it's over for him. That is probably the end of this series. Beast mode not being able to tie it up. Fake kick out from Firstkiller as he's going to go for a ground double to try and finish it. Beast mode needs a goal and needs Firstkiller to fall asleep on the kickoff, and neither will happen. It's GG's, the 3-0 sweep for Firstkiller. The veteran of the 1v1 game over here in North America takes down beast mode, who has recently ventured into it. GG's, 3-0 sweep. All right, real quick, let's go look at that replay. Let's go look at the psycho attempt from beast mode. Where did it happen exactly is the question. Beast mode POV. This is the one that got denied, if you guys missed it, by Firstkiller. So it's probably like right here. Or it says Firstkiller had a save. Did it not credit him with the save? Oh, here it is. What is the deal here? We need to go back further because the camera settings are all messed up. So we need to let the camera settings get set up so we can see this at an actual angle. It's still not letting us see it. Firstkiller pinches it away. All right, let's look at Firstkiller. Brutal, dude. Brutal. I think it was going to go crossbar down. I think it's going to be crossbar down and savable. So I think it is indeed just a close one. Let's see here. Let's go a little bit slower, though sometimes going slow can deceive you. Yeah, that was actually going out anyways. It is just a close one. Before Firstkiller touches it, it's already been saved. I don't know. Maybe it's crossbar down and in. Ooh, that would have been crazy. Maybe it's crossbar down and in, but I think it's out. All right, I want to see it one more time from beast mode, but for some reason the replay keeps bugging his camera settings. Give me his actual camera settings before he hits the shot. Okay, there, it transitioned to his real camera settings. That's what I'm talking about. No, that was down and in. What do you think? Down and in or far and out? Brutal. Either way, a huge series. Lots of fun. Firstkiller 3-0.